In case you aren't aware, the original developers of the Tokyo Xtreme Racer series recently announced a new game simply titled Tokyo Xtreme Racer, slated for release in 2025. Whether that title's any good is up for debate. Much like every other game named after its series, people are just going to start calling it TXR 2025, but that's not the reason why I'm making this video. I wanted to look through some of Genki's previous work, namely Tokyo Xtreme Racer 3 and Tokyo Xtreme Racer Drift 2, as well as its potential competition, highlight their strengths and weaknesses, and show how this analysis can be used to improve Genki's next game. I know Genki devs will not watch this, but a man can dream, okay? The handling model throughout the mainline TXR series could be described by many as floaty, which I can only assume was done to portray the weight of the cars, but it just feels off. In TXR 3, there is the option to increase steering responsiveness, which does remedy the issue a fair bit, but the handling's overall floaty nature encourages players to ride the walls of the highway during races, which isn't penalised nearly enough by the way, instead of properly turning when necessary. You know it's bad when even the AI does the exact same thing. I think that to fix this long-standing issue, wall riding should be penalised a lot more, and a new, more intuitive and responsive handling model based on TXRD2 should be employed, with car behaviour changing depending on speed, weather, road conditions and tyre compounds, as has been the standard in TXR. Now, given that vehicle customization has generally been pretty good across Genki's games, I don't think there's much to add to this other than improving the livery editor, and there are two ways of doing this. The first is a more simple approach like TXRD2, where you are given a selection of vinyls to choose for the hood and sides of your car, with up to 5 layers and the ability to paint them in any colour. The second, more complicated but liberating approach to livery creation can be found in TXR3 and Night Runners, where you have the template of any given vehicle and the ability to add vinyls and stickers to your car. The only difference between the two is that Night Runners stores the car templates in the game files, meaning that players are able to use images from the internet to create their liveries. In TXR3, you are limited by the resources that are available to you in-game, which is fair since it was only released on the PlayStation 2, whereas NR is on PC. But since the new TXR will be on PC, this is Genki's opportunity to combine the best of both worlds, to have an in-game livery editor with its own resources, as well as letting players use images from elsewhere to make unique liveries, just like the NR community has been doing recently. When it comes to gameplay outside driving, I think a lot of inspiration can be drawn from TXRD2 and NR. TXRD2 includes online forums where many of the people in the game's toge scene talk with each other, giving the impression of a living, breathing world. It also has parking areas in all of its courses, with opponents that you can challenge for a bit of cash, similar to NR, which aims to eventually recreate the entire Tokyo C1 and Shinkanju loops with all of their PAs, along with opponents that you can bet against for money. With the new TXR, Genki can make the PAs on the Tokyo Highway double as pit stops, where you can tune your car and check the rivals list, as well as challenge other racers. Additionally, new event types could be added, such as a time attack mode, which was a standalone mode in TXR3 but never integrated into the career mode. There could also be a fuel system like NR, where you can just refuel wherever you are on the map at a small cost, or at pit stops, and oil changing could also be implemented. This category should be a no-brainer. Pretty much take the TXRD2 car list and add some newer JDM cars like the A90 Supra and Nissan Z, as well as the Toyota Chaser, JZX 100 Mark II, Lancer Evo 10, Mazda MX-6, as well as some newer US cars. Would be cool to have multiple generations of the Dodge Viper, as well as some older Porsches and Ferraris, and that's about it. Literally. Hello, if you watched all the way to the end, then I'd like to thank you very much for watching my first edited car-related video on this channel. If you enjoyed, be sure to like and sub for more, and I'll see you soon.